Hey, this is Chickenhead87 for the Game Dump. In this video, well, basically it's going to be a two-part video. My top 10 games of the year. This one will be running down from 10 to 6, and then the other one will be from 5 to 1. Just a few things to say. There's not any PS3 or Wii games in the list, just because I don't have either console. I will be buying a PS3 in 2011. Because it seems like it's going to be Sony's year, but I'll put some links in the description below to part 2 and also my top 10 anticipated games of 2011, so you can have a look at them. I hope you like my decisions, but at the end of the day it's just my opinion. But yeah, please, if you like the videos, also if you like achievements, please subscribe. Also, if you already are subscribed to my channel and you're wondering, hey, what's going on with achievements, it's just no games coming out until January 28th, which is going to be Dead Space 2, and that's what I'm going to be doing first. But yep, let's kick it off with number 10, which is Bayonetta. Yep, so Bayonetta was the year's first good game, coming up to very good reviews, but for players it was either a love it or hate it kind of game. I was in the love it kind of the side, whatever. So I don't really understand how people disliked it. I heard there were like frame rate issues with the PS3 version, but I had it on the Xbox 360, so I didn't experience anything like that. It's an incredibly beautiful game. The trailer kind of indicates that. The story is really stupid, but if you're playing this game for a story, you're kind of missing the point. The game's really good. It's a completely over-the-top experience and incredibly fun. A lot of fun. I haven't had this much fun with many games on the current consoles. Like as you can see in the video, the combat is really smooth. Honestly, transitioning between enemies, it's really simple. Honestly, you can just go from one enemy to another. You may not have even finished an enemy off yet, and you'll be able to transition between them really smoothly. Bosses are huge. Even like the mini bosses are huge, and it's cool just defeating them. Like it's bosses of the old bosses that used to like fight on Super Nintendo and shit like that. But no, Platinum Games did a really good job with this. Next will be number 9, Super Meat Boy. It's the only arcade game, Steam game, PlayStation Network kind of game on the top 10 list. It really does deserve its spot. Basically, the goal on each level is to save the little pink bandage girl, who was taken by Dr. Fetus. Like, I want to say like Mario, but there was no one in Mario even kind of similar to someone called Dr. Fetus. But yeah, no, this game is really addictive. Each world will like have you trying to complete it in one sitting. I'd probably suggest not doing it all in one sitting, because you will launch controllers at the wall and swear a lot. But yeah, no, Super Meat Boy is a really good game. Like when I played it, it was like I was playing a Super Nintendo game all over again, like Ghouls and Goblins or something, or Ghosts and Goblins. Not sure what it's called. The one with Arthur in the new Marvel vs. Capcom, where if he got kind of hit, his underpants, he'd be left in his underpants. This game was a discount when it first came out, but it's now I think 1,200 points. I think that's like £10 in PlayStation Network kind of pricing. But it's still worth it. Incredibly fun game. Get a lot of replay value from it. And if you look right now, you see the actual replays are just insane. Say if you've died like 20 times on a level, you'll see all 20 Meat Boys running through the level and where they died. And like as you can see, the aesthetic pleasing of the game, like where you leave. I'm not sure if it's blood or meat. I'd expect it's meat, considering he's called Meat Boy. But I'm not 100% sure. But the difficulty is really cool. It starts off easy, gradually. Well, it doesn't gradually get harder. It just gets really fucking ridiculously hard. But no, it's a nice challenge. You don't get many games that will be this challenging anymore. I suppose there's M+. But no, I think even M+ is easier than this. Some of the levels on the obstacles will have you really scratching your head about how to exactly do it. I don't think there's actually any multiplayer on the game, but it's well fun anyway. So the 8th will be Rock Band 3. It's a really good game. The only problem I have with it is unless you get the new instruments, it's kind of pointless having it. If you have the new instruments, they brought a massive innovation to the music genre, rhythm, action, whatever they call it nowadays, by bringing in the Pro mode, which basically has you playing exactly what you'd have to do with an actual, say, drum set or guitar. They brought out like a special guitar that has 108 buttons or something, and an actual guitar that has just strings basically, and reacts to what you press. And the keyboard just replicates an actual piano or keyboard. Well, it's a keytar, I guess. But it's a really good game if you have the new instruments. If you have the old instruments, maybe worth a rental. Still a very good game. But apart from the whole bringing in new instruments, it doesn't bring much more innovation to the game. So 7th will be NBA 2K11. I'm not the biggest fan of basketball, but this game's just ridiculously good. Easily one of the best yearly installments of anything. I'm going to say just sports, but of anything. It's a really good game, and it's got fantastic visuals. Like when you play, you'll see the sweat beads dropping down people's heads. You like the little mascots doing a little dance in the corner. The biggest attraction to this game is the whole Michael Jordan theme, and you'll get like the certain Chicago Bulls themes. You also get like Orlando Magic, Boston Celtics, etc. But you also have a mode which is I think it's called the Michael Jordan Experience. I'm not entirely sure exactly the name of it, but basically it has you playing, I think, 10 challenges, and you have to accomplish different goals in those matches. And it's basically certain points in Michael Jordan's career that basically made him the star he is. Online wise, it's really good. Not much lag. I had a bit of lag at the start. The release. But it's all patched up now. And NBA Elite 11, EA's NBA game was cancelled recently, and I think this game had something to do with it. Not this game right now, but NBA 2K11. But yeah, so this is the last game of the part 1. My 6th favourite game of the year, which is World of Warcraft Cataclysm. I've been playing World of Warcraft for about 4 years, through Vanilla, the Burning Crusade, and then I played a bit of Wrath of the Lich King. I did most of the raids. I didn't do Ice Crown Citadel. I only had attempts at Lich King, but I didn't do the rest of the instance. But I was full epic, but probably like 3 of the 3. I was on online 3 months of the however long Wrath of the Lich King was out, and it just felt too easy, to be honest. But I came back to World of Warcraft a week before Cataclysm came out, and I've been playing it. There's 2 new classes. 2 new class or races. Whatever. It's basically Worgen for Alliance and Goblin for Horde. So you'll see a massive influx of them at the moment. They've brought in like rather than making a whole new continent, they've just put areas in Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms. And yeah, basically it seems like rather than putting a whole lot of work into a whole new continent, they've just focused on these sole areas and worked really hard on them. And the heroics and raids that I've done so far, like at first are challenging, but they're still challenging, to be honest. But the better your gear is, the better, well, the easier it is. But it still relies on people knowing what they're doing, having a brain, and really thinking about everything. But this game is a fantastic expansion that I played at the moment. Hopefully Blizzard doesn't ruin it with nerfing it too much. But yeah, so I'll be putting in part 2 and stuff in the description, like I said, so please watch.